So in doing the food side of Savannah Sips, we've started by asking this question because it's always a curious thing to me. I don't feel like we ever get the same answer twice, and we were talking about it before the interview I always ask, why food? And you kind of said you fell into it. Can you touch a little bit on what food had to do with how you got to where you are?
Yeah, so growing up, living on my own as a kid, food is a big thing. It's hard to come by when you learn you don't have it. Mm-hmm. You come across it, you learn to appreciate it a lot more than you did before. So there's little things like that, and then like I said earlier, I started off washing dishes, and then one thing led to another, and I just wanted to get my way out of the dish area and picked up a knife. Started working for some local restaurants in Vermont and kind of ran with it. So
here we are now. Yep. In a place like Savannah where seafood is such a premium and it's, everybody seems to have that certain thing on the menu. What is it about Sorry Charlie's that you feel like you guys bring that everyone else may not do the same, or you may be able to do that much better for people to come try?
Well, one, we are an oyster house. We own our own oyster farm out in the Tybee area. It's the Bull River Oysters is our brand. So that's pretty unique. I don't think a lot of restaurants own their own seafood farm or oyster farm. And then on top of that, we're really committed to not using anything pre-made, pre-cooked, or frozen. So we get all of our product fresh delivered about 5 times a week. And then we take the extra time to put the love and care into the simple dishes as well as the more complicated ones on tiki or the rooftop.
Okay. I'm always curious about this because I can't cook to save my life. So my wife will tell you I can't even boil an egg. When you're sitting down to make a menu, because you guys are talking about there's going to be a newer menu, some changes made. For you, how much experimenting goes into what finally ends up on that menu for you when you do decide to make changes?
A decent amount, and the good thing about a building like this is that I have multiple floors with kitchens, so I can always kind of sneak off and play on a different floor when I want to do a little R&D. But a decent amount. We have a lot of chefs here and a lot of staff, so there's a lot of input and moving parts. But I would say, depending on the floor, we're putting 2 to 3 to 4 weeks per dish on each item,
Okay. I'm always curious about this too. When you are experimenting, obviously you go in with ideas that you want to test, you want to try out. Has there ever been one that in your head, you're like, this is going to be the dish, and then you make it and you're like, wow, that's not...
All the time.
That's not it.
No, more than it being successful, it's not successful, and that's fine. We always tell our young cooks and our young chefs, you're gonna fail fast, pick it up, and then keep moving to the next task or whatever. Don't let it define you or make your day. It's part of life. Mm-hmm. Brush yourself off and keep moving. So failure is how you really dial in the good things, or the successful things rather. Is you're gonna fall or fail a lot, but it's how you pick yourself up that really defines your career and your path and all that.
Absolutely. Like I mentioned, there is you guys are making changes, new menu. Can you talk a little bit about what that's going to entail for the upcoming fall time?
So we're going to be doing a little bit more of a late summer meets early fall kind of blend. Slightly heavier, a little heartier dishes, but still lighter and approachable. We are going to bring back our famous seafood risotto as one of the dishes I put on the menu when we first started. Just some local favorites, kind of.
Okay. Someone comes in, never been here. This is obviously a tourist city. We get a lot of people coming in. Someone comes in, never been here before, and they're kind of like, what would the chef recommend? I know it's like asking what's your favorite child. What's the meal you would put together and say, if you have this, you're going to enjoy it, like starter or that kind of thing? What's that kind of course you would put together for someone?
Obviously, you got to start with our Bull River oysters.
Okay.
They're just the perfect brininess, the perfect size, the perfect amount of salt, in my opinion. So obviously, we start with the Bull River oysters. Probably go to the watermelon ceviche right after. I don't want to start with 2 seafood items, but we are in a seafood house. And then to finish it off, unfortunately, we're going to probably do another seafood item here, but the new snapper escovitch. It's a Jamaican-inspired dish. It's very bright. It's got a lot of pickled vegetables on top, and it really plays nice with the fish.